Have you ever wondered how Forbes decides who deserves a spot on their famous billionaire list? How do they choose? What secrets hide behind those shiny numbers? And why are some people always at the very top, while others quietly disappear from the rankings? Today, we're pulling back the curtain. We'll uncover how Forbes really measures the world's richest people, the hidden formulas, the unseen data, and the human stories behind the numbers. Get ready, because this isn't just about money. It's about power, influence, and the endless game of who truly runs the world. Net worth, the core of it all. The heartbeat of every Forbes billionaire ranking begins with a single question. What is your net worth? It sounds simple, but it's far from it. Net worth means everything you own, minus everything you owe. To find that truth, Forbes investigators dig deep through financial reports, secret stock holdings, hidden real estate, private jets, and even art collections stored in vaults halfway across the world. For instance, Elon Musk, one of the most watched names on Earth, doesn't have all his money sitting in cash. His fortune breathes through his companies, Tesla and SpaceX. Every time Tesla's stock price rises, Musk's wealth surges by billions, almost overnight. But when it drops, that mountain of wealth can shrink just as quickly. It's like watching a roller coaster of numbers, where the tracks are made of electric cars and rocket fuel. His net worth moves with the heartbeat of the market, shifting daily, yet it never strays far from the top. Forbes knows this, and that's why his name keeps glowing among the richest of the rich. Sources of income, the power of many streams. But Forbes doesn't stop there. Money from one place can vanish in a moment, so they look deeper. How many sources feed the fortune? Those with multiple streams of income, businesses, investments, royalties, and side ventures rise higher on the list. Because true wealth isn't built on one pillar. It stands on many. Jeff Bezos proves this better than anyone. He didn't just build Amazon, he built an empire of empires. He owns the Washington Post, explores space with Blue Origin, and invests in countless ventures that stretch across the world. To Forbes, that means one thing: stability. If one business stumbles, another keeps the empire alive. It's the art of financial balance, where every move, every investment, and every bold idea strengthens the fortress of wealth. Diversified income doesn't just make you rich, it makes you unshakable. Asset ownership, the empire you can touch next. Forbes turns its lens toward what they own. Not just money in the bank, but assets, the tangible and intangible treasures that make a person powerful. From skyscrapers to streaming networks, from patents to private islands, everything counts. Each asset tells a story of value, potential, and influence. Take Oprah Winfrey, for example. Her wealth isn't just in cash, it's in creation. She built an empire of words, emotions, and impact. From the Oprah Winfrey Network, OWN, to her stake in Weight Watchers, every piece of her portfolio adds another layer to her legacy. Her real estate investments, her production companies, even her brand itself. These are assets that keep growing, pulsing with worth. When Forbes measures her value, they're not just adding numbers, they're calculating the power of a lifetime of ownership. Public influence, the wealth of attention. But here's where it gets fascinating. Sometimes influence is more powerful than money itself. Forbes knows that in today's world, attention is a currency, and those who control it can shape entire markets. That's why public influence and brand value play such massive roles. Look at Kylie Jenner. She didn't just start a makeup line, she built a movement. Using social media, she turned her name into a global brand. Every post, every photo, every word from her lips could spark millions of dollars in sales. Forbes sees that kind of influence as gold. Because in the modern age, the power to move people, to make them care, click, and buy, is what separates the rich from the legendary. It's not just wealth, it's impact, business success, the engine behind the empire, but even influence needs fuel. So Forbes asks another critical question. How strong are the businesses behind the name? They examine every number: revenue, profit, market share, growth rate. Because a billionaire isn't just rich by luck. They command thriving enterprises that reshape industries. Take Elon Musk again. His companies Tesla and SpaceX don't just exist, they lead revolutions. Tesla transformed the auto industry forever, making electric cars not just futuristic, but desirable. In SpaceX, it broke through the skies, proving that even the stars could be reached by human hands. Forbes watches these milestones closely, because when a business dominates its field, its founder doesn't just grow richer, they rewrite history. That's the kind of power that propels someone to the very top of the Forbes list. Philanthropy, giving that changes everything. But there's another side to wealth, the one that isn't about keeping, but giving. Forbes doesn't ignore the heart behind the fortune. They look at how billionaires use their money to shape a better world, because true power shines brightest when it's shared. Bill Gates is a symbol of that truth. Through the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, he has donated billions to fight disease, build schools, and reduce poverty across the globe. His actions ripple through generations, saving lives and rewriting destinies. Forbes measures not just the amount he gives, but the impact it leaves behind. Because philanthropy transforms wealth into something deeper, legacy. To Forbes, giving isn't weakness, it's proof of greatness. Innovation and entrepreneurship, the spark that starts. It all behind every fortune lies an idea, one spark that changed everything. Forbes celebrates those who didn't just follow the crowd, but built the road others now walk on. Innovation and entrepreneurship are the lifeblood of their rankings. Think of Mark Zuckerberg. He started Facebook from a dorm room, a simple idea that became a global revolution. He changed the way humans connect, communicate, and share their lives. That's not just innovation, it's transformation. Forbes rewards that kind of boldness, because real wealth doesn't come from doing what's been done, it comes from doing what's never been imagined. Every billionaire on the list once stood at the edge of the unknown and stepped forward anyway. Global reach. The world is their stage finally. Forbes looks at the scale of it all. How far does a person's influence stretch? How many borders has their vision crossed? Those who have taken their empires beyond their own countries, who've planted their flags in multiple markets, rise higher. Because global impact means global power. Jack Ma, the founder of Alibaba, turned a small Chinese startup into a worldwide titan. His e-commerce empire now competes with Amazon, reaching millions of customers across continents. Forbes sees that kind of reach as a symbol of mastery, the ability to adapt to different cultures, economies, and challenges, yet still rise above them all. Global reach isn't just about expansion. It's about conquering the world, one market at a time. The final calculation, more than just money, when Forbes releases their annual billionaire rankings, it's not just a list, it's a mirror of global power. Every name, every number represents years of ambition, risk, and resilience. It's not just about adding up dollars. It's a story of how wealth is built, sustained, and used. A story written through the grind of entrepreneurs, the innovation of dreamers, and the influence of leaders who changed the world in ways both big and small. Forbes looks at all of it. Net worth, sources of income, assets, influence, business success, philanthropy, innovation, global reach. Together, these form the formula of greatness. The lesson: how to build a legacy if you dream of someday seeing your name on that list. Here's the truth. It's not about chasing money. It's about creating value, building something that lasts, changing the world one decision at a time. Diversify your income. Invest wisely. Protect what you own. Build a brand that people trust. Innovate boldly. And when success comes, share it. Because real wealth isn't about how much you can keep. It's about how much you can give, build, and inspire. The road to Forbes is long and uncertain. But for those who dare to walk it, step by step, with courage and vision, the world will remember your name. Thanks for watching. If you found this story inspiring, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more powerful insights into the world of wealth, ambition, and the people shaping our future.